Hey, this is a different kind of video. We haven't done a video like this in a long time, have we? Where I just talk to you. You, the other person on the side of the camera who could be a little kid that's just watching this because it's something to click on, or someone, a teenager, who might be going through some emotions that you don't understand and you just want to talk to somebody that might be going through something similar. Or you're an adult like me who's in the situation or was in the situation and you feel like you're alone. Or you're an older generation that you've been to this and you're glad to see that the younger generation before you is learning as well. And maybe you wish you had learned it earlier too. I got into a relationship April 26 or so, something like that, with a guy named Eric. I wasn't looking for anybody. I've been single for 7 years, just by choice. I dated on and off, but the gay community is kind of weird, and it's proven now that it's just as toxic as it's ever been. There are some good ones out there, but the internet, especially what these young gays don't understand, we 90 kids grew up with the internet. You cannot, I told my exes so many times, you cannot trick me like the way you can trick older gays. I know the game. And so to hear that he told this guy that he cheated on me with, actively cheated on me with, that he dated me because I was easily manipulated, the title of this video is hilarious. I called this man out every fucking time, and I was always right. Because I've been in his situation. I'm 33, he's 24. I have done the games that you've done. They don't understand, but the young gays, they think they know it all, but... Oh, and he's also a sociopath, because he talks about like the good of humanity and how he wants to do good for humanity. How you gonna do good for humanity when you openly admit to manipulating somebody and you think it's funny? You laugh like a maniacal villain. Crazy. But yeah, I wasn't looking. My last boyfriend, he had passed away. His name is Bo, or Wayne. He's the one that the Chronicles of Wayne is based off of. He passed away in 2016, and it was a car accident. And I've dated and loved since then. I loved a guy named Isaiah. I loved a guy named Vitaly. I love JT. Isaiah and JT were like the most honest ones though. Like they were truly honest. Vitaly was a liar. Vitaly, this is more about these gays that think they can trick somebody from the 90s that grew up with the internet. It was you remember when that new Ghost movies came out? The Ghostbusters, Ghost, Frozen Empire, whatever, when that came out, right? So this man asked me to move to Seattle. Never move for nobody. If you don't already know that, don't move for nobody. Okay, just don't do it. It's stupid. And I knew not to do it. I told myself not to do it, but I did it because at the time I was getting laid off. So I was like, I'll go to Seattle, where he lived at. Ironically, where Isaiah lived too, but I didn't meet Isaiah yet. This crazy thing. We'll get there, because it all sounds confusing for a second. But like, I went to Seattle because I was getting laid off, and I was like, oh, we can date, we can see how this goes, and whatnot. 5 days I stayed with Vitaly. And we've known each other for like 1 or 2 years before that. Like, on and off, I've been to Seattle working, so we had met before. But moved in with him for 5 days. Tell me why. Now listen to this. These how these older gays think the young gays don't know. I was like, how was I? 4 or 5 years ago. I must have been like 28. Okay, still young, still feeling, good, whatever. The Ghost movies came out, and I said, do you want to go to the movies today, Vitaly? He's like, no, I gotta work. So I was like, okay. His friend comes over, this gay reformed Christian. He's like, I found God. I don't do gay shit anymore. He's like, I found God, and I used to give it all up to everybody. Honey. That's exactly how he talked. I'm not exaggerating. He talked like that. I used to give it to everybody. Everybody wanted me back in the day. And I was like, okay. I mean, he was all right looking. He had a fat ass, but like, I was like, you all right looking. You ain't like no goddamn Channing Tatum walking down the road. Anyway. I asked him, does he want to go to the movies? I was like, well, Vitaly has to work. Do you want to go to the movies, man? He's like, no, I got an Uber. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, okay, cool. I'll go by myself. I go to the movies by myself all the time. It doesn't bother me to go to the movies by myself. I do a lot of things by myself. I sleep by myself, go to the movies by myself, bike by myself, play video games by myself. I've learned to enjoy time alone. And maybe it's from the 7 years of not dating. Maybe that's what it's from. But I've learned to enjoy things alone. Anyways, point is, I go to see the movie, but I can't get in because it's during COVID, by the way. Now y'all remember. It was during COVID where you had to have like a vaccine card and a vaccine mask and all that. And I had the mask, but I had the vaccination card. And in Seattle, they wanted you to have the vaccination card for you to go to the movie theater, right? So I ain't have it. So I went back to Vitaly's house, and I had a shower running. And I said, Vitaly, what's your friend? He's like, oh, he had to leave. He had to work. But the shower running. So maybe Vitaly get ready to shower. So he's like, why are you back? I was like, oh, the movie wouldn't let me in because I had no vaccination card. So I was sitting on the stairs. Tell me why his friend came out the shower butt-ass naked, charging right towards Vitaly. I freaked the fuck out. Understandably so. Vitaly didn't get up. He didn't move. He just sat there. And that's what I'm going to get to. Y'all gonna understand the point about not moving with somebody in a second. Y'all gonna understand that point. So I went outside to calm down about 5-10 minutes. Ain't nobody called me. Ain't nobody come check on me. Because Vitaly was like, you ain't gonna go nowhere. You don't know nobody in Seattle. Which I didn't at the time. I met Isaiah later. We're gonna get to that. But I didn't know nobody at the time. So I go back in there. His friend fully clothed. He's like, what, he just showered for work? I said, you don't got to shower to do lift. And why you gonna shower somebody else's house to do lift? And I was thinking about, he charged out butt naked, heading straight towards your ass. I called him out. They denied. Oh, I was just rushing to get my clothes. Your clothes was not on the chair when Vitaly was. You ain't see my ass coming back. That's what it was. And Vitaly couldn't text you I was there because you was in the shower. So, I was like, bitch, big call. I told that motherfucker, because I ain't get paid until the following Friday, like 2 days. I told Vitaly, you don't give me a flight. I'll pay you back. Get me home now. Get me home tomorrow. I don't want to see you again. Vitaly left that night after he got me my flight. And understand me pissed. Ain't nobody apologizing. No one tell me the truth. Vitaly was doing that whole night. And the next morning, he didn't come out to say goodbye. So I left Seattle. I ain't never talked to Vitaly again. But that same day that I was going through all that, Isaiah messaged me on the app. And I told him, and he was a very sexy dude. Isaiah was a very sexy dude. I told him, I was like, no, I can't. I'm going through something tonight, and I can't. And it was a shame because Isaiah turned out to be a really great guy. He still is a great guy. But that's why you don't move for nobody. Because Vitaly was just sitting there chilling because he like, well, this is my house. And you in Seattle. You ain't in Louisiana. You ain't in Florida. So I ain't got to go nowhere. That's why he was big chilling. He's like, I know you're going to come back in. I don't want to go. But motherfucker, I want a damn show. If I'd even pretended, what I should do, I should have pretended like everything was good. And then in the middle of the night, when my paycheck dropped, just catch flight, be gone. I should have done that. I mean, not that it matter, Vitaly ain't give shit in the first place. But it's just how people try to manipulate you. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, why older gays think people from the legit, we from the 90s, we grew up with the internet. We grew up with the internet. We understand the internet. We saw it evolve. We saw it transform. We went from the Motorola's, them phones you drop on the ground and they don't break no matter how many times you drop them, to the Blackberries, to the first iPhone 4, to the current iPhones now, the touchscreen phone. I remember, bitch, back when the day when Blackberry came out, and you could say YouTube video on your Blackberry. That shit was crazy. I mean, it was bad. It was very pixelated, very small, but that shit blew your mind. And then when iPhone 4 came out, you was like, oh shit. And now we are at the point where, we can see goddamn streaming movies on our phones. We can call an Uber instead of a taxi and not pay $15 to go 2 minutes up the road. I mean, still, you get the point. Like 2 minutes, you into the drive and the taxi already at $20. And you like, damn, bitch, we ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny that this young gay 23-year-old thought he could trick me. Now I'm going to tell you every time I called him out. And it's funny because today it got confirmed that he thought I was easy manipulated. That's why he stayed with me. That's why he dated me. But again, we will wind back to April 26th. We're going to wind back. When he first said, I love you, I told him, I like you too. That's exactly what the fuck I said. I ain't say I love you. Because I ain't known the boy more than like 3 days. Why do we say we love somebody in less than 3 days? Why was, gays be having sex and then they be like, I love you. And I'm like, what? I be saying that now, like, what the fuck is you talking about? Shut the fuck up. The real. Why you? They be catching feelings like that because the sex is good. The sex can be good, but if you ain't got no actual connection, it's gonna fall to shit very fast. All joking aside, that's any relationship. If your relationship is based off of sex, it's going to die very fast. So, yeah, he was like, "I love you," and I said, "I like you too." What changed? I'm gonna tell you that now. Oh yeah. So let me get to like how this even started. So we worked together at Target, right? He was working in Starbucks at Target, and I was just like doing everything. I was running my ass off at Target. I was underpaid at Target, bitch. I was doing like 5 people's jobs at Target. Cart pushing, stocking, guest services, cashier. And I know a lot of people do them shifts, but let me tell you, I did it all in one day because them motherfuckers was lazy. They was like high schoolers, fresh out of high school, lazy as fuck, calling out every day. I'm doing 5 people's job and getting paid the same amount. I was like, I don't know, bitch, you gonna have to pay me more than them next time. I'm doing all y'all jobs. They used to call me on speed dial. Shit, can you come in? I was like, well, bitch, I ain't got nothing else to do. I really didn't. I wasn't dating nobody. I ain't had no video games to play. I was in Louisiana, bored as fuck. I was like, might as well. There's a point to this video, I promise. I know it. The first thing I told you guys when y'all came to this video, some of these videos are going to sound like a tangent, but it all has a point. It's all getting to the manipulation and lies that I caught on to and how you can avoid it in the future for yourself. Or maybe if you've gone through it, you ain't the only one. And I'm going to tell you like about this current generation, why it's become so easy. Why people think they get away with it. I'm going to tell you that too. Or why I think people get away with it. Or think they don't get away with it. They don't get away with it. But yeah, we was working together. And I used to see him all the time. I thought he was straight though. Because I was like, he looked gay. He was giving gay, but like he wasn't on the apps. At least not where you can see it. He wasn't obvious on the apps. Because, you know, gays, some of them gays be on Grindr and Jack like 9 to 5. Like it's their job. They don't be off the app. They really don't. Or you be over there hanging out with them and they already messaging somebody else to come over. I done seen that shit too. It's sad how we devolved. Like from bonds and actual relationships and friendships to just like, I want to say the quickie and then you can bounce. It's sad how we devolved into that. But, yes, we worked together. The first time he asked me to hang out, he did hit me up on Grindr, but it wasn't no hookup. He was just like, hey, I didn't know you was gay. I thought you was cute. I was like, oh, well, thank you. I thought you was cute too. You cool. And so the first time, he asked me to give him rides home because he used to bike to work every day, but like he had to like go all, like where we lived at, you had to gotta go on the highway to get back to where we lived at, or you had to take the long ass route, like go about 10 miles out your way. You ever seen like some shit like where, what's the best way to describe this? Like say like there's a straight path, but only cars can take it. And the walking or biking path adds extra 10 miles, that's what he had to do. So first time I met him, I was like, I'll give you a ride home, I don't care. You live right around the corner from me. He was standing on the road to rent because he moved here from like El Paso or some shit because, I don't know. Now that I know his whole backstory and his whole thing, I think, so he told me that his sister boyfriend beat him up and his sister for no reason. But I think he tried to sleep with his sister's boyfriend, or he might have slept with his sister's boyfriend. Or did something to the sister's boyfriend. He probably tried to fuck the sister's boyfriend and then they beat his ass together. That's what I believe. Because he came in with a sob story, but when you meet a pathological liar like the story I'm about to tell you, trust me, I guarantee you he probably fucked that boy and that boy probably beat his ass. Rightfully so. Oh, honestly, but I don't know. That's speculation. But anyways, so I took him home and then I left him on. I wasn't really trying to hang out with him. I wasn't really trying to talk to him like that. I was just like, I got shit to do. The second time we hung out, we actually started movie Challengers. Nothing happened. Despite the sexual energy of that movie, despite all the shenanigans, like if you've seen Challengers, if you ain't seen Challengers, you know what I'm talking about. But if you've seen Challengers, you know what I'm talking about. We were just chilling. And nothing still happened. And I think that's the night he said, I love you. And I was just like, I like you too. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Like the love shit. And we're going to skip the middle part of that story. But basically, the way I said I love you back to him one day is, we went to the movie If. Now, at this point, I was already fed up with his ass. He did something that just annoyed the shit out of me where even though I agreed to go see this movie with him, I had sat far away from him and his friend. He over there crying in the corner. I think that was his first manipulation right there, which I did fall for. I'm going to tell you why, though. We going to get there. But if that was manipulation, you ain't easy to manipulate me on that one. legit thought she was crying, but I realized now it's crocodile tears. But he kept leaving the theater crying. And as we're leaving, I said, okay, your friend can give me a ride home. I'm going. He's like, let me ride with you. I said, okay. Boy, ball out crying in my passenger seat, just bawling out crying. He's like, I love you. I just want to be with you. Ain't been but a week. I kid you not, ain't been but a week, probably. Maybe 2. Definitely not longer than a week. It was the same week Challenge just came out. I know Challenge just came out in April, so that's what I'm saying. This all was probably about a week. But anyways, I said, you know what? I really feel this emotion for you. I really feel this drive for you. I said, you know what? I'm gonna give this a shot. Let's date. Let's try this. Now, at Target, you can't be in a position of power and date somebody. At the time, I wasn't in a position of power. I eventually became AP. When it was like, oh, I got promoted to AP about a month later. We're gonna get into that too. But I got promoted to AP for like more money, and so now I was in a position of power. I was like asset protection, and he was an employee, so technically it was a position of power. But we had dated previously before that, and we're friends before that. So even though people was like clocking that we date, they're like, is Terrence and Eric together? I don't know. They sitting together, they eating together. One time he gave me a drink after he drank out of it, and I drank it too. But I think it was weird at the time because, you know, that's what we used to do, like in the break room. Even as friends, as gay friends, like just 2 gay dudes being friends. I'll eat some of his food, eat some of my food. Right off his fork, right off my fork. So when he gave me his drink, I just drank it right in front of the customers. And he drank it right after me. I was like, what? That ain't no big deal. Girls do it all the time. You know, shit, ain't no but sharing food. And then like I kissed a nigga in front of y'all. But eventually we put it all on display. We didn't give a fuck because we had like this get together at like this bar called Eddie's or whatever. All the coworkers are there, and this is the time the coworkers are just speculating. We full on holding hands, hugging on each other. I kissed him a few times. He kissed me. They full on got confirmation it was at that point. This was in May. We all took this really cute photo. That was my idea. I had him hop on my back and I held him. You know, like that like little, you know, you hold your partner on your shoulders kind of shit. It was cute. It was giving cute. And he had a genuine smile, I thought, but maybe that was a fake smile. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to tell when you date a pathological liar and realize it later, like what was the truth and what was fake. You know, it's hard to like decipher what was real at this point. You know. But so it was out there. And then I found out I got a job. I got a job working on the road again. Now, mind you, before I had dated him, before I had ended up at Target, I was working on the road for the past 8 years. Making bank, bitch. I was banking like weekly, bi-weekly. I was living the best life. I ain't going back and throw with you niggas. That was me. I was living the best life. I mean, I was living in a hotel, but like it was still the best life. You know? And I got offered to go back on the road. And I'm like, well, I just got into a relationship. So I told him, I said, you know, this job, it wants me to go back on the road. But the difference was with Apple, I was on the road from like February all the way to November. And then you off like November to January, usually February. Like you got 3 months off. You just find something to do during the wintertime. Which I would go to Amazon usually. But this time I went back to Louisiana. Just to spend time with my family. It wasn't for Eric and nothing like that. I didn't even know him at the time. But it was just like, I went back to that. But Apple didn't bring us back this year in 2024. Or last year, 2024. So I got stuck at Target. I was like, okay, well, fuck, I'm stuck here. Got to deal with it. So I was given a chance to work at DMP, Dynamic Mapping Platform. The first thing I asked them, because we're gonna get into that, I ain't make a layoff video, but I could have made a layoff video, y'all. I could have been one of them people on here cussing out DMP for fucking laying me off 2 days after Christmas, bitch. 2 days after Christmas. Hey, look, I found a job 2 weeks later, but still, 2 weeks, 2 days after Christmas, you gonna ruin my holiday? They ruined a lot of people's holiday. They laid everybody off in 2024. Everybody got laid off. Fucking assholes. Anyway. There's a point to this video. Because it's all leading to the same thing. Trust me. It's all leading to this relationship, manipulation, the gays, grinder, jacked, why you didn't check your man phone, all that. Don't listen to that last. I'm just ranting. Okay, I'm just ranting, but it all has a point. It's all gonna make sense. I promise you. I don't know how long this video gonna be. It might be an hour. It might be over an hour. It just depends how my thoughts come out. You know, we don't get to all of it, the nitty gritty. But I'm giving y'all the short version too. Like, this is the short version. This is the short version. I could cuss this motherfucker out for 3 hours. I could. All the goddamn lies I could break down to y'all, but we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Anyway. So, where was I? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, y'all. So, I had got offered to go work on the road. This one was 3 weeks on, 5 days off. So you go on the road for 21 days, you're off for 5 days, but you're making like $3,000 every 2 weeks. Well, $2,000, but per diem was about $30 a day. And they give you that all at once. So sometimes it'd be $3,000 a check, and then sometimes it's $2,000 a check. It was great money. I could not turn it down. AP was making me $1,000 every 2 weeks. Do you see the difference? $6,000 a month versus $2,000 a month. Yeah, I'm going with that. And this relationship was new, so I told him, like, you know, like, I'll text you every day, I'll call you every day, FaceTime you every day. The first day he cried. Well, he told me he was fine, but he cried after I got on the plane. I told him to get off right now. He told me to get off. He's like, no, you need to do this. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. The first rotation, I don't think nothing happened the first rotation. I don't think. We're going to get to that. Hold on. I'm going to blow my nose. There ain't going to be no cut to this video. This video all is going straight. I don't think there was no manipulation the first time, but I left him with my car. I know, stupid. You already commented in the video. Why your stupid ass left your car with him? I know you was typing that. I know you was. I was wondering the same goddamn thing, because especially what happens later, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. That's why I think he mass manipulated me, but we're going to get there. So, I don't think nothing happened the first time. And I was only gone for 2 weeks. No, something did happen the first time. He broke up with me a week after I was gone. I had just said he broke up with me a week after I was gone. I said, okay. Wait till I get back in a week, bitch. Because I was like, it ain't going to block my number. Let's get to the rules, okay? I got to have my location on at all times. My Google Maps location. Snapback location. And I had 2 additional work phones, but they were strictly for work. That motherfucker accused me of turning on my location so many times, which I always showed it was on. Oh, because sometimes, you know, where I was working at, we'd be in dead zones. You ever been to like a part of like, where was the first place? Virginia? With all them goddamn mountains, it was a dead zone for hours, bitch. You driving and you were just in a dead zone till you pop back up. He's like, oh, how'd you get there? You were just here 2 hours ago. Bitch, look at the dead zone. Look at where I was 2 hours ago. Look how long it takes to get here to here. What you think I was doing the whole time? Driving, bitch. I had receipts. I had proof every time. But when I would call him out, oh, let's say you at home, but you just said you was door dashing. Oh, I gotta go. You stressing me out. How you stressed out? I just asked you a question. The same question you asked me. Except I had proof. I wasn't defensive. I let it go. But I clocked it. I never got. And if I still had all my text messages, I would show you every time I clocked his ass. Every time. I was like, and also he had 3 phones. The motherfucker had 3 phones. So I said, he's like, oh, one's for media, one's for texting, and one's for this. And I said, oh, well, you must have left that phone over there because you're calling from this phone and this showed you way over here. That bitch. Day one. But the second time I confirmed that he was cheating, he had this dude move in with him, this gay dude. It was his like best friend's son or whatever. His best friend's son was gay. I said, whatever. One time he called me, FaceTimed me in the bathroom in the dark. I said, why are you FaceTiming me in the dark? And it's not like he was putting his clothes on. He said, I just got showered. I said, why are you showering in the dark? And why are you FaceTiming me in the dark? Did you just fuck? He's like, no, why you accuse me of fucking? I said, well, you're in the bathroom in the dark and you FaceTiming me as you getting dressed. A normal person, and if you were slicker, not saying you should do, don't ever do this, don't ever cheat like this. If you were slicker, put your clothes on, turn the lights on, and then FaceTime. Fool. With your dumb ass. Anyway, I couldn't confirm it that day. So anyway, we talking on FaceTime. The dude's on the couch. He said the dude was asleep. By the way, it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, by the way. 1 o'clock in the fucking afternoon. I was like, he's still asleep at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I saw the dude in the corner on FaceTime on the couch, eating whatever. He put the phone at the corner like this. You know, he put the phone like this. And then walked over here. And I said, where you go? He's like, oh, I had to go just give him something. I said, you can't take the phone with you? He hung up the phone. He said somebody's calling or whatever. Okay, whatever. He said prove somebody called. That was true. But later I tried to call him. FaceTime him, actually. He took Way too long to answer that FaceTime. And then when he got to FaceTime, he's like, yeah. I said, why it took you so long to answer the phone? He's like, what does it matter? I was watching a movie. I said, because when I take too long to answer FaceTime, you say, what are you doing? What are you up to? A cheater will always panic about what you're doing because they doing wrong. If you calling somebody asking a million questions, what you up to, what you doing, why you took so long, it's because you doing dirty. And I had clocked it. I said, where the boy at? He right here. I said, let me see. I said, are you unclothed? Are you dressed? He's like, yeah, I'm dressed. I hung up the phone. I hung up. Later that night, his roommate said, your boyfriend is holding hands with this dude. He put me on speaker because he blocked my number. I said, I know you ain't fucking holding some other dude's hand and you got my car. Again, I hear you. Why you let that fool in your car? We don't get to that. But I never was manipulated because I called him out. I said, I knew y'all fucked. He said, we ain't fucked until after you accused us of fucking. That don't make no goddamn sense. If you accuse me of being straight, I'm not going to turn straight. If you accuse me of fucking a woman, I'm not going to fuck a woman. What the fuck are you talking about? I accused you of having sex and you had sex? That's a terrible fucking excuse. Accuse me of being a millionaire then, bitch, so I can become a millionaire. If that's how that shit worked. Shit. I'll accuse my goddamn self of being a millionaire. You a goddamn millionaire. I've been hiding it the whole time. Okay, where my money at? Oh, it ain't manifest? Because it don't fucking work like that. That's gays trying to justify. That's cheaters trying to justify cheating because, you accused me of cheating, so I decided to cheat. You've been accusing me of cheating, so should I cheat? When I got back home, I should take my car back. I did take my car back. But he might have manipulated me here because I told him, we met up. How about the dude told him, you ever seen Big Mama? He was like, you love him, just tell him he's sorry. Go and get your man. I said, he need to shut the fuck up. He need to shut the fuck up. You don't fucking cheat on somebody. You don't fucking cheat with somebody's boyfriend and then be like, go get him. You deserve him. He deserves you. Fuck you, you stupid faggot. Yeah, I can say that. I don't care if this video get demonetized. Fuck his... You don't fucking tell somebody. I don't cheat with somebody's wife and then be like, go get her back, man. I mean, somebody's husband who got a wife, go get her back, man. You deserve her. What the fuck? Stupid. Gays are stupid. Anyway, so that was the second rotation. Literally second rotation. There's been I worked that job between April and December when I got laid off. So there's about, we're going to say 10 rotations between that because 21 days. We're going to say about 10 rotations. We officially broke up, technically, October 31st. So technically, that was about June, July. Let's see, August, September, October. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we getting there. We're going to say 4 rotations more. Every rotation between then, every time I left, he kept breaking up with me and blocking me. So here's what I did one time. This I did one time. That motherfucker blocked me, right? Had my car and everything. I know you hear the comments like, how the fuck after the first time he cheated, you ain't just ghost his ass? I had talked to my best friend about that. I was like, why didn't I just fucking, after the first time he cheated, don't even just respond. Just get your car when you get back. Drive the fuck out. Never just ghost. Disappear. My best friend disappeared on me for 2 years. He didn't respond to me on Facebook. He was on Facebook. He did not respond to me. He ain't like my comments. He ain't like my Facebook posts. He cut me off for 2 years because he had to do what he had to do. That's exactly what he said. His name is Justin. He's Logie in the Shinnery series. He's my best friend in the world. Since I was 14, he's the first person I told I was gay. If you listen to my coming out story, you know who Justin is. He's the first person I told I was gay. He cut me off for 2 years when we were adults to do his thing, to get better. I'm realizing, and that's what I've been doing too, like the 7 years of being single. Maybe that's what I was doing too, getting myself together. Because like I said, I'm fine by myself now. I go to movies by myself. I play video games by myself. I'm chilling by myself. I can drink by myself. I celebrate my birthday by myself sometimes. I'd be chilling. But anyways, back to the manipulation and this ex. I had popped up on this nigga one time. I told my job, there's an emergency home. I gotta go now. They ain't question shit. They said, oh shit, you got an emergency? Go. But you got to pay for your ticket. $1,100. $1,100. That's what I paid to get out here and pop up on his ass. But I couldn't fly to Shreveport. Shreveport was too expensive. Goddamn Shreveport. Goddamn regional airport. I had to fly to Dallas. There's a point to this story. As I landed in Dallas, guess who called me? Unblocked me. Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to apologize. Manipulation. I know it now because that's who told his friend. Manipulation. But I ain't tell him I landed. I ain't tell him I was here. I said, oh, okay. I ain't turned my location back on either. I was like, okay, because I knew how to get to Louisiana. I knew how to get to Shreveport. I knew where my car was. I knew where to find my shit. I popped up. And this motherfucker doing the middle of a DoorDash. He didn't recognize it was me because guess what? I'm in a rental car and I ain't supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be way out in goddamn Oregon. I popped up on this nigga. Just glaring him down. He nodded his head like, thanks for letting me pass. I parked my rental car, took my spare key, got in the car driver's seat, and sat there. That fool came out. You here? Yes, bitch. Again, I hear the comments. Why you just spent $1,100? Why you still let this fool use your car? Because I was home for 3 days. You couldn't. If you took emergency leave, you had to spend 3 days home. I think the first day I was by myself. I was just thinking. Second day he calling me, texting me, sending all this stupid shit, saying I love you, all these emojis and shit. And I was just like, okay. I said one last fucking try. That had to have been at that point. September, October. Because October 31st was the last time he ever had my fucking car. New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con. He wanted to go. Not because he wanted to go to Comic Con with me. He knew somebody in New York. He said, oh, I got a friend in New York. I'll hang out with him while you going to the convention or whatever. So what kind of friend? Oh, just one random friend I met years ago. We had always been talking about hanging out. Whatever, nigga. I'm glad I couldn't go. I had a lot of fun at Comic Con. I ain't tell you after that. Yeah, I just told myself, I don't give a fuck. I did. That was the one time I cheated back, bitch, that while we was together. Anyway, and he cheated a lot more, so I know he laughing in the comments. He cheated a lot more. His friend told me everything. He cheated. How many times he cheated? He laughed maniacally while he cheated. His friend said, and I believe his friend because his friend got a reason to lie. And everything his friend told me sounds exactly like the truth because I always clocked him. But here's the thing. New York Comic Con. We share locations. I have an air tag in my car at this point. So I can see, as long as I have iPhone is near my air tag, I always know where it's at. Because that's how air tag works. On the iPhone, it's here. I woke up too early. I woke up at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. I checked the location of my car. My car is at Horseshoe Casino at 4 a.m. I called his phone. No answer. I called his phone from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. No answer. But guess what happened? At 7 a.m., that car started moving. I had FaceTime, denied. FaceTime, denied. FaceTime, denied. Called, answered. You see what I'm talking about? And I said, where you at? Oh, I was sleeping in the Horseshoe Casino. I fell asleep. He lived 20 minutes from Horseshoe. I said, ain't no goddamn way you fell asleep at the Horseshoe Casino knowing you live 20 minutes away. You ain't gonna and where the Horseshoe Casino's at, you have to drive into the parking lot to actually go in there. And if you was dropping off food, you could go park your car in front of the lobby. I told him honestly, but I said, who was you fucking? I ain't fucking nobody. I was just sleeping in the parking lot. I said, oh, well, your phone didn't answer for 3 hours and you ain't answering my FaceTime. I'm tired. I'm just tired. You just said you was asleep. And you slept through your phone ringing somehow, so how you tired? Blocked me at New York Comic Con. I hear you typing. I called a tow truck. This motherfucker knew I was serious. I called the goddamn tow truck and I told him, I was so petty. I told him I called the tow truck. I said the tow truck coming. I should have done that because, bitch, tow truck said he coming down the road. That motherfucker flew past him and did a U-turn. He didn't leave. He just did a U-turn in the car because you can't take a car with somebody in it. I cussed that motherfucker out. I called the police. The police said, well, what you want us to do? You want us to arrest him? I said, no, I just want my car. So basically, I made sure that air tax in the car said, you gonna take the keys out, your keys, you're gonna put it in the goddamn car holder, and you're gonna lock the door. And once you do that, you can go do what the fuck you want. And from then on, he got a rental car. I ain't give a fuck. He ain't had my car since October 31st. Constant on rental cars. Now, it sounds like that's not a lot of manipulation, but there's a lot more to it. This man was out there in the streets. When I say he belonged to the streets, he belonged to the streets. This man was in the streets. Fucking everybody, apparently. Fucking this dude named Mikey, who the one that told me everything. Told me he thought I was even manipulated. That's why he was with me. I'm forgetting to mention another thing. At one point, I had a chance to stay home. He had talked about like, oh, I wish you could be here so, we can spend time together and build a relationship. I had got a job on an international paper. If you don't know what international paper is, they're the ones that print the money. They was hiring locally in Shreveport. The moment I told him I had an interview, he was like, you see the face change? You ever see Split with James McAvoy? Bitch, his face changed from like happy, like, oh, I wish you could be here, to like, you gonna be here every day? I had clocked it in. I called his ass. I said, what you upset for? Why you randomly say you shouldn't be happy? Oh, I just stressed out on something. I just realized I got so much bills and debt. No, motherfucker, you stressed out because you realized you lost access to it. You would lose access to my car, and you would lose access to your fucking secret hookups. Stupid motherfucker. I could go on and on about everything, but I don't got the energy for it. I'm making this video because this is my last testament. This is, if you ever see this, Eric Hernandez, you stupid motherfucker, this is to let you know, this is my final thoughts to you. I called you out every single time. You know you do. If you kept all them goddamn text messages, you kept all them goddamn emails, you know I called you out every single time. You ain't manipulate nobody. I called you out every single time. And I was right every single time because your friend Mikey confirmed it. Oh, you can tell Mikey the truth because I told Mikey the truth too. I ain't gonna put that business out here on YouTube. You can do that if you want to, but I ain't put that out there. I want to blame Grindr, the app. I want to blame the internet. But it's people that choose to cheat. The internet made it convenient. You go to work and you at work, all you gotta do is hop on Grindr or Jack and be like, hey, my boyfriend's at work, my girlfriend's at work, my husband's at work, my wife's at work. I've seen it so many times. Straight dudes, bisexual dudes, bi-curious dudes, DL dudes, gay dudes. It don't matter. It's convenient. You go on, they horny. They'll wait. They'll invite them over 5 minutes after you walk out the door. I already got a setup coming. But like, oh yeah, he just left, she just left. You can come over. It's a sad thing now. And that's why I don't know. It's like, is monogamy dead? Is relationships dead? Is even being just like a general human that cares about somebody else dead? That's the thing. He said, oh, I care about humanity. I believe in the good of people. Eric, you a fucking liar, dude. You don't believe in the good of people because you ain't a good person. You're not a good person. You a manipulator. You even admitted it to your friend. I haven't told you was a manipulator, but I told you suck at it. And I told you to your face. The good guy facade. That's Eric. That's a lot of you gays. The good guy side. Oh, I'm a good guy. I'm clean. There's nothing wrong with me. Don't trust everybody. Don't listen to everybody, especially when they say I love you. I'm losing my energy because it takes a lot to like rant. I ain't trying to tell you to check your man's phone, but check your man's phone. Gays and straights. Like, check for that Grindr, check for that Jack, Tinder, whatever. I'm telling you, man, people, And we 90s kids, we grew up with the internet. We grew up with all these apps. We understand these things. You cannot trick a young. I told you cannot trick a gay in their 30s. In this day and age, you cannot trick a gay in their 30s. We know about Grindr. We know about Jack. We know you can't trick me. I go to work. I know what the fuck you doing. You ain't gotta have a profile picture. Bitch, I know you online. It would suck to be hurt anymore. But, you know, I'm not hurt anymore. Like, we had went to this restaurant, me and Eric, like, probably 2 months ago. I had always wanted to go to cabarets or whatever. And I was trying to be cordial. I was trying to be his friend. I was like, you know, all the lies and the cheating. I was like, I'm ready to put that behind us. I'm ready to try to be your friends. That motherfucker disrespected me within 5 minutes. I forgot what he said. He basically talked down to me, thought I was stupid or lesser than him. And I said, no, the fuck you didn't. And then after he disrespected me, the waiter brought our food. Oh, mind you, the waiter was getting my nerves. This waiter kept coming by telling me, oh, you guys better order. I said, can we have a minute? Like, several times. And then when we did order the food, he was still talking shit. And they brought the food. And I just decided, I lost my time. I said, I'm done. He's like, oh, what are you going to tip her? I said, fuck you, bitch. No, you ain't just fucking asked me what I'm going to tip her ass. I left that food. That food was untouched. And he called me about 20 times. Manipulation. They don't want to lose you because you are like some kind of easy connection, something easy to connect to, while they can still fuck around, do what they want to behind your back. But you oh, you always be there for me no matter what I do. And then when I lose all these other connections, I still got you. That's what that was. But I did cut it off. And what I've been feeling when I reach back out to you lately, it's not been love. It ain't even hatred, because I don't hate you. It's going to take way too much energy to hate you the rest of my life. But I dislike you a lot. A lot. I dislike you to the point where if you ever come to my job, get a delivery, getting your car washed, not less than human, I'm going to look at you. Just like somebody you're just tired of. You're just like, all right, get out of the way. Come on, let's go. Hey, welcome. You know that. Because I'm just like, I can hate you for everything you've done. All the cheating, all the lies, all the times you stole my car and tried to ghost my ass and whip my car, pick up your friends in my car. Trying to hit on my straight siblings. Yeah, he tried doing that too. I can hate you for a lot of things. And I ain't gonna say I'm gonna pray for you because you don't believe in God. I believe in God. And that don't mean you shouldn't pray for somebody that don't believe in God. I just mean like somebody like you that don't actually mean to do good, that wants to do good, that's really out here just to turn straight. In your own words, you can turn any straight dude you want. That's in your own words, out your own mouth. But you got rejected by your fat friend's friend, the straight one, the muscular one, and you was upset because he didn't want you. I wish I was there. I would have been laughing my ass off knowing that while you was with me, you was trying to get this hot guy to fuck you, and he wasn't giving you 2 cents. And I believe because he probably caught on to your shit. I believe that man can see through you like I can see through you. And I give that man props. Because even if he was gay or bisexual, he still didn't want your ugly ass. He didn't want you. And I don't want you. I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole now. And that's before what happened in February. You'll get yours. Whatever karma you deserve, you're going to get it. Or maybe you got the karma. I don't know. It ain't my business. But this is my last word to you. Maybe I'll title it to you. I don't care if this video gets 1 view. I don't care if this video gets no views. This was just something I was holding on to and I'm ready to release. All of this video. You are getting left behind in this video. I will never play this video back. I will never listen to this video again. You're a manipulator who didn't manipulate well because I called you out every time. And the times I forgave you is because I loved you. And if you ain't love me, that's fine. I had been told you from the start, from the jump. He told me I want to have open honesty and communication. I said, okay, let's do it. I answered all his questions. When he came to my questions, he couldn't answer. Pathetic. You is pathetic. I hope you genuinely find somebody. If that's even what you're looking for, I hope you find it. If not, it's whatever. There was a point to this video. The point's been made, but I wanted to talk more about like everything, but it's just, I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to end this video and leave you in 2020. Leave you, period. And that's where I think we'll stop. Leave you, period.